I got my UK visit visa approved for the first time within 5 working days. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how you can get your UK visit visa approved even if it is your first time applying for the visa. When I did my application, before I submitted the application, I forwarded all my documents to one of my friends who has been to the UK several times. And when he saw my documents, he said that with this document, you cannot get the visa. But guess what? I got the visa. So into this video, I'm going to tell you the document I used, the step-by-step guide, and everything you need to know, even if it is your first time applying to the UK. And so without any further ado, let's get started. I'm going to divide this video into different parts, okay? So the first part is going to be before you begin your visa application. Let's talk about 3 points, okay? First, what exactly is the purpose of your visit to the UK? The second thing is you need to know exactly why you're visiting the UK. Is it for a conference? Is it for a medical treatment? Or is it because you want to visit a friend? Or is it because you want to watch a football match? Now, when you understand the purpose of your visit, then we can move to the second step, which is preparing the supporting documents. Because in the UK, it's not just about what you say, it's about the documents to prove that what you say is actually true. The third thing that it's also very important, and I see that a lot of people ignore this a lot. It is making sure that all your documents tell the same story, because sometimes you see that someone is writing on the visa application form that they have £5,000 available to them every month after all expenses is done. Meanwhile, when you look at the bank statement, you see that they have low balances as low as £3,000 or £1,000 or £500 or £50. Now you see that this is telling a different story as this, and in such a case, it's an instant rejection. Now, you've got your documents ready. You've been able to determine the purpose of your visit to the UK. How exactly would you go about the application? If you're a beginner, it's completely okay. I'm going to break this down so that even a 5-year-old can understand what I'm saying in this video. What you do is you go to the website. I'll drop the link in the description of the video. Go to the website and you do your application. If you want me to make another video where I show you how to do the visa application on the UK government website, just let me know in the comment section of this video. Now, the visa application form is a very important part of your application, because listen, the embassy does not state exactly how much you need for proof of funds. They expect you to tell them how much would be sufficient for your stay in the UK, and that amount has to be able to make sense to them based on your income, based on your monthly income, based on your expenses, and based on the number of dependents that you have as well. The financial path of your visa application is the most important path of your application. I mean, if you've gone through most UK visit visa rejection letters, you would see that one of the most common reasons is insufficient funds. Now listen guys, if you need help with arranging your visa documents for your UK visit visa, feel free to book a one-on-one consultation with the link in my bio. I and my team will go through all your documents. We'll also help you identify mistakes that you might have made or you might not know that you have made, such that you can get your visa approved. Your financial document, it's very important it makes sense, okay? If you're making £5,000 a month and you go to the UK for a 2-week trip, and in the 2 weeks you're telling the embassy that you're going to spend £10,000, it does not make sense to them that it takes you 2 months and you're going to spend that money in 2 weeks. To the embassy, it doesn't really make sense. To you, it might make sense to you because you feel it's your savings, right? But to the embassy, it does not make sense for someone to spend in 2 weeks what they spend about 8 weeks to make. So it's very important you take note of this little detail in your application. Another very important part is the bank statements. How many months is required? 3 months, 6 months can be accepted. The most important thing is the consistency and how much is your account balance during this duration of the 3 months and the 6 months. If you're having £5,000 today and tomorrow £0 in your account, that is a red flag. It shows instability in your finances, and in most cases your visa would be rejected. It's important that you have a very consistent closing balance throughout the duration of the 3 months or the 6 months, as the case may be. Another common mistake I see a lot of people making is putting huge deposits inside their account just a day before the visa application. If all of a sudden, right, your account is used to receiving £200, £100, and then one day it receives £5,000, and then the next day you print the statement and go with it to the embassy. They're like, bro, how is it possible that you're getting £5,000? And if, for instance, it is a legit income you just received, you need to explain sufficiently without any iota of doubt. If it's your first time applying for the UK visa, I understand, okay? I understand you have a lot of doubt and uncertainty. You've never done this before. You don't know how to go about it, okay? It's not just about watching random YouTube videos online. In most cases, every case is different. Your case is different from the next person's case. It's not just about watching random videos online, because your case might need additional documents that you might not be aware of, which is why I recommend you consult a professional with experience in this field. Listen, it does not have to be Pascal. There are a lot of other people that have experience. Just make sure you don't give them your millions, okay? And by the way, if you need help, you're willing to help, just click the link in our bio to book a one-on-one consultation. Now let's talk about the travel history. I see a lot of people thinking that if you don't have a travel history, you cannot go to the UK or you cannot get the UK visa. And I'm here to tell you today that this is not completely true. Listen guys, whether or not you've been to the UK or whether it's the first time traveling to the UK, the travel history can actually help your application, but it's not the only thing being considered in your application. If, for instance, you've got a good travel history, but your document is still not making sense to the embassy, your visa will be denied. If you have no travel history, you have a good financial record, you have a very consistent application, all your documents tell the same story, your application might be considered. The travel history helps. So the more places to travel to without exceeding the visa, it's also a huge plus with your visa application. Another important part is the accommodation. Where would you be staying in the UK? Whether it's a hotel, it's a hostel, or a friend's place, it needs to be clearly stated in your application, in your cover letter. A lot of people don't understand. Listen guys, in your visa application, you would not be there in presence to communicate to the visa officer about your plans. Everything has to be properly explained and in such a way that they do not have any doubt or uncertainty that you would come back to your country after your stay in the UK. So it's important that when you're putting your accommodation in your documents, you put it very clearly, like where you're going to stay, the duration, if you've made a deposit, if you've paid, if you've not paid. All of that information needs to be provided clearly in your application. And even for my clients, there's something I do, okay, that really helps them get, the visa approved. And although I would love to say it here, but recently we've noticed that the immigration authorities are watching our YouTube, okay? So a lot of these things cannot be said online, which is one of the reasons why I encourage you to book a one-on-one session with the link in our bio. So you go over your application and recommend some other legal ways to prove beyond reasonable doubt your genuine intentions to go to the UK and to come back. Thank you so much for watching the video up until this point. If you found the video helpful, please do not forget to click the like button and also consider subscribing. See you in the next video. Ciao.